Good morning, Angelo State. Thank you for tuning in to El Cafecito this morning. With us today, with the Office of Admissions, we have Mrs. Christabel Romine, Campus Visit Coordinator. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm wearing makeup today.
Awesome. Well, we got our cup of coffee. We're ready to go.
I have water.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So first question, what animal would be the cutest, whether large, smaller, if it were scaled to the size of a cat?
I think like a bear. Because like
cute.
baby bears are super cute. So I think if it was cat size, it'd be really cute.
That would be cute. I would want a bear. I mean, I pretty much
have. I definitely have a pet bear.
What actor or actresses seem like they play the same type of character in every TV show or movie they're in?
Okay, so I hate admitting this because my husband always says this, and I love her so much, but Sandra Bullock definitely plays the same character in like all the movies. For me, either her or Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy too plays the same person.
Oh yeah, for me it's Rob Lowe. He's always like the same, like, yeah, energetic. Let's go
that
get
energetic character. Yeah.
What was something you borrowed but never gave back?
You know, I don't have anything at the top of my head, but I have 3 sisters, so I'm sure I borrowed some of their clothes or shoes or something and never gave them back.
That's okay.
That tends to happen that happens with family.
If you had a pen with magical ink in it, what would happen when you wrote with it?
I would be like a great writer. Like that would be like super cool.
But
you know, no, like I don't want to be like Edgar Allan Poe. I want to be like J.K. Rowling.
Oh, see, you'd be able to write some really good, novels and stuff like that. Something I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you consider is ASU's or San Angelo's best hidden gem?
Ooh. So honestly, I don't think we give enough props to our landscape on campus. Like, it's such a weird thing, but we just have such a pretty outdoor campus. Like, you can sit outside on the steps or like at a table or a bench, and it's just pretty everywhere. Doesn't matter like where you're at, it's pretty. So
I agree. My favorite place on campus is probably the campus green. You can just look like right at sunset. It's just so pretty, like bathed in that orange like sunlight. It's amazing to me anyway.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's always well kept. So props to these guys.
Yeah, I know that like going in the academic building and being on the staircase on the side and looking out over the campus, like where the car building's at. Oh, it's so pretty with all the trees that are just there, and it just looks really, really nice for sure. For me, that's my side. All right. So, what is the spiciest thing you have ever eaten?
I've tried a habanero pepper, but
ooh.
I feel like
I have not tried that. It seems scary to me.
I've never done a ghost pepper. My husband has, but I've never done it before. I hear those are pretty hot too. So
yeah. In 30 seconds or less, does the cereal or milk go in first into the bowl, and why?
So I do cereal first and then milk next, because you can get more cereal if you do the milk second.
Right?
Yeah, if you do the cereal after the milk, you don't know how much cereal you're getting. Right? Yeah, I want to get the most.
That is so true. How would you change how if you acted if you were 100% that you knew that it was like a world simulation?
So if I knew I was living in a simulation, I think I would stop having a filter. I'd just say whatever I wanted to say.
Right?
Because it wouldn't matter because it's all a simulation anyways. Like, this doesn't affect me. We're all robots. I'm just going to say what I'm thinking. So.
I know. Oh my gosh, there's so many conspiracy theories out there about like simulation. Like, we're in one now. And it's just like, what? Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there, yo. Especially on YouTube with the conspiracy theories, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. There's like so many of those videos. I can get caught up watching them. It's crazy.
And just fall in the loophole, right? Yes.
So bad.
What new animal would you design and bring it into the world if you were able to?
So see, this is hard because I'm not like super creative or have a very good imagination. So I would probably just take like two animals that already exist and combine them together to be like a very cute, like I feel like small animals are really cute. You know, they have like baby pigs that stay small, miniature pigs, things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. I'd probably just take an animal that's already super cute and make it miniature. So
Ooh, yes, that'd be really cool. Like if it was like for me, if it was a white tiger and it stayed small and it didn't grow and it wasn't like aggressive, I think I would just go with that.
Yeah, for sure.
What is the funniest joke you know by heart?
I know one, but I shouldn't say it. It's not appropriate.
Oh no!
And it's the only one I know too. But I'll tell you guys after we're not recording.
Okay, awesome.
Because it's a good one. It hits too. Everyone laughs. I'm like,
We're here just laughing, even though we don't know. All right. If you could choose any form of transportation, no matter how ridiculous, how expensive, how outworldly it is, and you could use it to get around town, how would you get around town?
So it wouldn't be like an airplane. I feel like that'd probably be what everyone would say. But I don't, unless it's like a luxury plane, I don't want it. Okay, and I never seen one of those. So
Yeah, like the minor things in life, we have to be first
yeah.
class. The gummy bear.
Yeah. I think I would go with like, I'm definitely a middle class income family, but like how fun would it be if I had like a driver in like a fancy old Rolls Royce that pulled up and picked me up every day? Like that would be really fun. I would want a driver though. Like I don't want to have to drive myself. If I have a choice in like this lifestyle, someone's driving me.
If you could give first generation students any advice, what would that advice be?
I think that advice would be don't be so scared. I know it's like overwhelming and it can be very nerve-wracking and it's easy to let your fear like overcome your personality. And so don't let that happen. Like be who you are, be yourself, get out there, get involved, and don't let your fear hinder you from like having that experience because it's scary. It's scary when you don't have anyone to talk to about like, well, what was college like for you? That your parents don't have any high selection of their experience, so for them it's like all new. So that'd be my advice.
That's awesome. Excuse me. If animals became as intelligent as humans and were miraculously able to speak, what animals would be best suited for, their respective jobs?
Okay, so like giraffes would definitely be in the NBA, right? Like that makes no sense. It's like the first thing that I thought of. Like they would be basketball players. It just makes sense. I feel like monkeys would be like businessmen, like CEOs of like Fortune 500 companies, because they're already smart. So imagine if they were like us, like they would definitely be the most intelligent like world leaders, right? We could have a president for a monkey. I'd be okay with that. Like I would follow a monkey president. So like I think monkeys, some of them can do sign language. Like I don't know sign language, so they're already smarter than me, so I trust them.
Okay, 30-second challenge. In 30 seconds or less, what is your secret talent?
My secret talent, 30 seconds or less. I can roll my tongue in 3 ways. So, most people can just do that. I can do it 3 ways.
See, I've done one before. What's the 3rd way?
Look.
Oh, okay, I understand. I was like, wait, there's another way? I was like, I didn't know.
No, I can just roll it in 3 instead of 1. That's talent. I saw it on, you guys are too young for this, but Nickelodeon used to do a talent show for kids.
Uh-huh.
And I saw it when I was really young. This kid on Nickelodeon did it. And I was like, that kid is the coolest kid I've ever seen in my life. I have to learn how to do that.
Well, how did you learn
And
that?
I taught myself.
Was it hard?
I taught myself. You know, I don't think it was. Like, I don't feel like it was that hard. But a lot of people can't roll their tongue at all. So, and they say that that's like a natural thing. Like, you can either do it or not do it. So I don't know how true that is.
That's crazy. All right. What is your...
I can't believe I just did that either.
You're good. What is your best story of you or someone else trying to be sneaky but failing miserably?
I'm not a sneaky person. I'm not. Like, you know, you hear me when I come into a room. You know what I mean? Like, you know when I'm there. So I've never really tried to be like super sneaky. One time I broke into like my hometown's local swimming pool and got caught. So like that counts.
Yeah, that would count. I would say so.
That's the only thing I've ever done. It's so lame.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Heck yeah.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So if you were a fashion icon and whatever you wore became a fashion trend, what would it be?
I don't know, like anything specifically, but I want to be like Anna Wintour because she's just like, she's everything in fashion. Like,
right.
so chic, and she's like, just carries it so well. I don't know. Something like that would be nice. I like, you guys, I don't know if y'all like fashion or not, but like she wears a lot of Chanel. She wears like a lot of those like suits and stuff. Mm-hmm. I feel like those look really good. She pulls them off. Not every like body type can pull it off, but if like I'm a fashion icon, obviously that means I can pull it off. So I would be wearing that every day. But like right now, in my regular state, I couldn't pull it off.
I bet you could, though. I bet you could. Those pantsuits are really nice, though, for real. Like, the patterns sometimes and the colors, they just look really, really good.
They look really nice, yeah.
What advice do you have for new students coming to campus?
This is hard because it's going to be such a different environment for our students coming in this year. So I think that the best advice I could give students coming in this year is to not let the situation come in between their first year as a college student, because I think it's going to be very easy for them to be like, well, I can't do this, and I can't do this, and I can't do this. Maybe you can't do what's norm, but there's going to be lots of other opportunities for you to be a different type of new college student and to experience in a different way that no one else has. So maybe looking at it from a different point of view rather than the point of view of, this is what I'm losing. Let's look at it of, this is what you're gaining. You're getting to create a new like pathway for students coming into college. So
yeah,
I think that's probably the best advice I could give them.
Yeah, I love that answer. It's something new that's going to be happening to, like, not just only us, but like to other campuses too, you know?
Yeah.
And us normalizing it for students that are coming in is going to be amazing, because that's a part of, I guess, ASU, of being a part of the Ram family, making that experience like awesome for them.
Exactly. And I think a good way of looking at it is, it's like we're getting to create history. Like the way that we handle this, the way that students handle the situation is creating history. Like this is something that will go into history books in the future. So let's approach it with a good mindset, and what can we do to like make this change and this new normal something that's going to be beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. What's the most incredibly cheap but you would pay for way more for?
Anything from like Dollar Tree.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love
Dollar Tree. I'm so obsessed with it. I don't have like anything specific where I'm like, oh yeah, ramen noodles. I would pay like more for ramen noodles. I mean, it's just a classic. Ramen noodles or Totino's pizza, like those are only like $2, but I would definitely pay $5 for a Totino's pizza some days.
Oh,
like,
same.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like very nostalgic. Like I only eat it when I want to feel like nostalgic. You know, I'm gonna put that and watch 13 Going on 30 and be like vibing with my pizza.
If you were given 1,000 acres and you didn't have to pay taxes on it, but you could not sell your land, what would you do with it?
I would probably, if I was given 1,000 acres, I have a lot of siblings. I'd split it up and give each of them some land, because land never loses its value. So it'd be good to keep it in the family. They can have some land. I would keep the part of land that has water on it, because obviously it's going to have waterfront on it, and that would be mine.
Yeah.
Because I'm already being selfless by giving them some land. So.
Right? I know. I totally understand that, because I have siblings too. So yeah.
They would have to get some land, but that would be fun because everyone could build their houses out there, and we'd be like,
yeah,
living the life.
Heck yeah. What would you do when you hear something fall in the middle of the night?
I say, babe, go check it out. What's happening out there?
Right?
I wouldn't get up. I would make my husband get up and go see what's happening.
I know, even like, it's like nothing should be falling off the floor or like going to the floor or anything. Yeah. You're just like 100% like, what the heck's happening?
What is that? Yeah. And I wake up, I hear everything. He doesn't hear anything. He can sleep through like the world. But like, I'm not going to get out of bed and go check on it. And we have 2 cats, and one of our cats like breaks everything, and I'm okay with that, but like I don't want to have to check on it either.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that. My cat, she'll get on the table and she'll just start moving stuff, and it can be paper, but it's just like, stop moving stuff.
Yes.
It's just like, because it could be scary, because what if it's glass and it's just like, you're just like you know.
Yeah. One time I left a wine glass on the kitchen counter, and then she knocked it off in the middle of the night, and I was like, ugh. That's the last time I do that.
Yeah, cats are wild at night sometimes. I feel like they sleep forever, and then they wake up and they just have their own little time, and then all of a sudden they're like super hyper, and they're like running back and forth from each room like all crazy.
Yes.
That's what my cat does, at least.
No, mine does the same thing.
Do you have boy cats or girl cats?
We have one boy and one girl. The girl's a little kitten. She's tiny.
Oh, did you just get her?
We just got her.
Oh, yay. That's awesome. My cat, her name's Poppy. She's like in between like being a teen and an adult. Mm-hmm. And so child. So yeah.
All right. For you, what's worse, laundry or dishes?
Ugh. Laundry.
So y'all are gonna think I'm so weird, but I genuinely enjoy doing laundry. I don't know why. Like, I find it so like relaxing and therapeutic to do. I love it.
Oh no, it takes so much time. But you know, when I do the laundry, I'm doing it for my household, and it's like, ugh, I don't want to do it. Dishes, I don't mind, because I do the dishes every day. So I'm like, I'll just do the dishes. That way they don't build up. But like laundry, the problem is we have too many clothes. So we can let the laundry pile up for a really long time. But then it takes me like a whole weekend to get through the laundry. Yeah.
I procrastinate a lot with dishes. I'll put it off until like, oh, I don't have anything to eat on. I have to do this.
I feel that.
What is a topic that you could spend hours talking about?
Right now, it's TikTok.
Hey, you have to watch our TikToks then. We put them out every Friday.
Like, normally it's not TikTok, but right now it's like there's nothing to do. You're at home, so I'm watching a lot of TikTok. And so it's like my sister and my husband, my sister lives with us, and so I'll sit there and I'll be like, oh my gosh, did you see that video today?
But it's crazy how much it's blown up, you know, during this time.
Yes. Everyone has it.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I didn't have it before any of this. I downloaded it after all of this when we were at home, and I was so bored, and I was like, I need something to watch. And you can get so caught up in watching videos like for so long. It's an endless pit. I'm just like, scroll.
If you could create a new word and put it in the English dictionary, what would that word be? And also, what would it be? What would the definition to it be?
That's a hard one. I don't know. I feel like every word that I use exists out there. Well, do you guys have an answer for this? Because that's hard.
There was actually something, it was, back in middle school, those awkward years, everyone would say Chile, but it was kind of like, dang, or like, oh my gosh. Like, it was one of those words that could be like interchanged with whatever like you were using it with. So like I would put like, I don't know, and that'd be hard. Like finding a definition for something like that would be hard.
Yeah, it would be. I'm gonna have to politely pass on that one.
All right. So truth or dare?
I'm a dare person.
Dare. All right. Awesome. Sing a small part of ASU's fight song, or call a family or friend and tell them you love them.
Okay, I'll sing the fight song.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You got to do your best to stand the test for all ASU. Hang your names in the halls of fame for all the world to be. Rah, rah, rah. I don't have to sing the whole thing.
I love that. What habit do you have now that you wish you had started much earlier?
Right now we're eating healthy. I wish I would have started that.
I think that's all of us, though. My diet has gone to the trash during quarantine.
So bad. It's so bad. But we've been doing it for like, we're going on week 3. And I'm like, we should have started this a long time ago. If I'm being honest, I should have started it like 20 years ago, but
That's
all of us inside, we should have. That's so funny. If you could call your 15-year-old self and have a 20-minute conversation, what would y'all talk about?
I'd probably tell her we got married. We're married. That was gonna happen at 15 under. Not to be so hard on yourself. You're just 15. That's probably what I would tell her. That life is not over because someone doesn't like you.
What life skills are rarely taught but extremely useful?
Oh goodness. Okay, so like just like general knowledge of how things work, I feel like isn't really taught. Like for instance, we're trying to buy a house right now and no one has ever taught me what any of that is or how to do it or what it means. Mm-hmm. And they're using a lot of language I don't know, and I'm like Googling half of the time the realtor's talking to me because I'm like, I don't know what this lady's talking about, and she's talking to me like I'm supposed to know. Like, this is not taught stuff, so like what? I don't know what's happening.
They did not teach this in school. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know these words. These are not normal words. So just like random things like that I don't feel like are taught very well. Or like so weird, but like life insurance or like paying back things like that. Like what's the best way to get out of debt? Things that like adults know that like no one tells you like you should know these things.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. If there was like some class and it was, free without like no charge, I would definitely probably take it just to have more knowledge of like those things,
Yeah, best things to like invest in, best things to pay off first. Yeah. How do you save up money to buy a house? Like, I don't know how people do it. It costs like $20,000 to buy a house. I'm like, What normal people have $20,000?
Right. All the TikTokers.
Somebody does, because the houses get bought, right? Yeah, all the influencers.
Right.
Hey, make me an influencer Instagram. I'll be good.
Something, right? Something. What job doesn't exist now but would exist in the near future?
That's hard. Doesn't exist now, but will exist in the near future. I don't know, if I was thinking like really, really futuristic, like, you know, driving vehicles futuristic. Yeah, like a mechanic that knows how to work on a driving vehicle, like a flying one. Like,
oh, that'd be so wicked, but
yeah,
so
like,
cool at the same time.
Yeah, like you'd have to know for sure. Like, you know, you have pilots, but then we have like pilots for driving vehicles, like flying ones that fly places, something like that probably. I don't know if something like that would exist. Okay, you got to think, if you can fly a plane, why can't we fly a car? I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet.
Very true. Very true. I know, like Back to the Future, like when we got the hoverboard things, like, you know, I was like, dang it, when is that going to become a thing, you know? That would be really, really cool to already see.
Exactly.
Our technology has advanced so much, and it's just like, well, I'm waiting for that hoverboard to come out, but not the one on the wheels, the one that like, floats on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, who do you know that reminds you of someone from a TV show or movie?
That's hard. Do y'all know someone? I don't know anybody like that reminds me of somebody.
Okay, so I have a friend named Chance, and I'm gonna do a little shout out. He has really curly hair, and it's orange or like red. Or
yeah,
like he's a redhead, and you know and he knows this. He knows that because I told him, and he was just like, he would laugh, so he knows it's kind of funny. So it's like an inside joke. But he looks like the guy from the chef from Ratatouille, the chef, the man, and he's just, and so like when we're cooking, it's just like, are you really cooking, Chance? So he looks like an animation character at least.
Yeah, I just watched Ratatouille last week. I mean, I'd already seen it, but I just rewatched it.
So yeah, so he reminds me of him, and he was just like, are you serious? I was like, yes. I was like, but take it as a compliment. I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. I was like, it's freaking awesome. It's an awesome movie too.
I'm sure my sister, she doesn't like look like Selena, but like, I don't know, I feel like her attitude and vibe reminds me of Selena.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, she's not a singer or anything, but like, if I had to pick like a sassy Hispanic girl, like, that'd be her.
So I have one last question for you. What is the best way to stay motivated and achieve goals?
I'm a big like to-do list person, so I like making to-do lists. You know, I feel like there's some instant gratification with putting a check mark by something that you've written down. So I think that's the best way for me to stay motivated. I feel like a lot of people utilize that as some things like keep them going throughout the day. But I don't know, that works for me. You should try it out if you're not a to-do list person.
Heck yeah. I love lists and just checking it off as we go. Yes. It's like so very satisfactory.
Yeah, it is.
Next one, and it's going to be a hard one.
Okay.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Why or why not?
Okay, so I've been seeing this, and I'm sure if you guys are on TikTok, you saw Will Smith's TikTok saying like hot dogs are a sandwich. Okay, I disagree. I love you, Will Smith, but I disagree. Okay, hot dog is not a sandwich. It's its own category. It's a hot dog. They're not the same. Like, what is that? That's blasphemy. Like, I don't understand that. I've never heard of that before in my life.
It's weird though. Like, it's those things, like those kind of like observations. You're like, it sounds wrong, but it could be right. And you're like, no.
Yeah. It's like when you think about it, you're like, you're not you're not wrong, but you're not like right either. Yeah.
In 40 years, what do you think people will be nostalgic about?
40 years, what will people be nostalgic about? I think people will be nostalgic about iPhones.
You think so?
There'll be a new type of phone that people will like better. It's kind of like, you know, if you have an iPhone, maybe you're nostalgic about having you guys probably didn't ever have a Razor, but having a Motorola Razor.
Coolest when they came out.
Those were the jam, man. Those were those are it. If you had a Razor, I had a pink one. I felt so cool flipping it up. Like,
hello.
I was like, look, I can type a text without looking at the keyboard. I thought that was the coolest thing.
It was amazing. Can you give us or give students words of encouragement as they go into summer classes?
Yeah. Hey, summer classes are the best tool and resource available to you. I love summer classes. I did them every year I was in college. So way to go first. Way to go for taking summer classes, students watching this. Okay. You're earning your degree and you're getting it quicker. So good luck. Have fun with it. Don't be so down that it's probably going to be in an online format, because it is. Just take it in strides as you have been, because you've been doing it already. So just adjust to what we're in, and you guys will do great, and you'll graduate sooner, hopefully.
Yeah, awesome. If you were the first human chosen to make contact with aliens, would you want to?
Probably not.
I agree with you.
I would say no. I don't know what normal people say, but like I'm gonna say no, mostly because I wouldn't want them to think like this is a good representation of what humans are like. I would want them to think like we were way more intelligent, you know, like really fit too. I'm not fit, so like I'd like for them to be like, wow, the first person to be like, wow, they're like really in shape. These people, we can't attack them. Look at them all. Like they're all like this. They must all be this way. So that I wouldn't want to do it, because I wouldn't want them to think that we're weak, because we're not.
For me, I'd just be too scared. There was actually this like meme, maybe a week or so back, that I read, and it's like, oh, the aliens land on this little school playground, and the aliens like, take us to your leader, and the little kid's like, oh, it's Joey, and the alien's like, well, why not one of the bigger ones? Why not the adults? And the little kid's just like, oh, well, Joey runs the fastest. So just like that. All right, final question. Who would you like to see on the next feature of El Cafecito for 35 questions?
Okay, so I would like to see one of our faculty members, Dr. Dennis Hall. He's a math professor. And so I think it'd be really cool to see a faculty member doing one of these. And I already called him and was like, can I nominate you?
Cool. Well,
I didn't want to nominate him, and also didn't know if y'all like were like, yeah, she nominated him, so now he has to do it. But like, he said he's down. So
okay then.
That's awesome. Once again, thank you, Christabel, for joining us for Cafecito.
Thanks, guys. This is so fun. It was like so lighthearted. I loved it. I haven't like had this much fun at work in so long.
Woo! Heck yeah.
It was good.
All right, fans of the MSAP office, make sure to tune in next week for Virtual El Cafecito, and be sure to follow us on our social media pages. Bye, guys.
Bye.